Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Flights. Tonight we are sitting here in northern part of Japan, and we're going to take a nice little flight. We're going to see some cool sightseeing. One of the things we're going to see is a cool spaceport. It's pretty interesting looking around there. We're also going to go to the big old city of Sapporo. There's all kinds of points of interest to check out around that area. Should be a good time. Tonight we are flying these Diamond, what is it, a DA62 I believe. I really like this aircraft. It's something I haven't flown too much of, but over the last week I've gotten a few hours in it, and yeah, I like it. It's pretty high tech, easy to fly. It's very maneuverable. It's got the speeds that we're looking for, and this is going to be a good little airplane. We're going to be taking off here in about 3 minutes. We don't need to go too awful high on this first leg. Like I said, our first stop is going to be the spaceport. So yeah, probably 5,000 feet on this first leg should do just fine. We're going to try to maintain 150 knots. So bear that in mind when we take off in about 3 minutes. How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Friday.
Good, doing good. Good to be here.
See, we also have Mr. Newbie with us. I think he's having microphone issues. Discord tends to do that quite often. It will switch your default settings onto something completely different often enough. Well, hopefully he can get that squared away, and he can join us here in Discord. So when we take off out of here, we will be taking a bit of a right-hand turn. That'll get us on track. We'll basically just be flying straight down the coast until we get to the Hokkaido Spaceport. Should be cool. Yeah, like I was saying, the game doesn't actually recognize the runway. It's a private runway here at the spaceport, and the game doesn't recognize it as an actual ICAO code. So we're just loading in after we get to the airport, and basically just flying to it. I won't have any information on the runway, like I already forgot what runway number it is, but it's pretty straight in, and when you see it, you'll see it. It'll be easy enough. And it's pretty cool looking there. There's some neat looking hangars, and yeah, it'll be a nice little stop.
Works for me.
So I did get some good news earlier. Coast's daughter sent me a message saying that Coast is feeling well. He's still in the hospital, but he's doing just fine. And yeah, he said he will try to see us soon. And that was a big relief to me. I'm glad to hear everything's going good.
Yeah, absolutely. That is good news. I'm glad to hear it too.
Alright, we've got Mr. Newbie taxiing over here. He's got that same airplane I'm using, the one with the orange tail. That's a fancy looking plane. I like that. I do like this Diamond. This is pretty nice. Like I said, I spent a few hours in it this week just kind of tooling around, getting used to the systems, and it's nice. It's pretty high-tech and easy to fly, and it'll get the job done.
Yeah, it is. Nice little airplane. It's got your own little EFB in the right corner there. And
I noticed that.
Co-pilot.
Yeah, I noticed that. I can't imagine actually using that. It's a little bit off to the side, but it's kind of cool having it there.
Yeah, it works though.
Oh, sure. It's exactly like the regular one. It's whatever page you've got on your regular EFB, that's what's going on there.
Yep.
All right, guys. We got like 1 minute, and we're out of here. Like I said, we're going to climb to 5,000 feet and 150 knots. It's going to take a right-hand turn to get out of here, and we're going to be on our way to Hokkaido Spaceport. Still waiting to see if our buddy Longhorn's going to join us. We haven't heard one way or the other from him. It would be unusual if he wasn't here, but hey, it's Friday night. Stuff happens.
Yeah, life happens and things have to continue on its way. But I hope he joins us after a while.
So we only have one runway tonight that has an ILS localizer, but that will be our final stop of the evening. We're definitely going to be taking advantage of that ILS approach. We'll be coming out of the mountains for that, so it'll be handy. Gentlemen, it is
Hey,
10
good.
after the hour. Let's go ahead and get these birds in the air. Like I said, 5,000 feet and 150 knots. We're going to take a right-hand turn out of here. Lazerbolt is spooling up and rolling. I did a little tweaking on the sensitivities of my stick, hoping that I could get a little smoother transitions going on. I think it works. I increased the dead zone, so I have to get used to that, but it was necessary.
These little birds are a little squirrely for you.
Well, it was like the first time I tried to come in for a landing. Every little tiny move I made on the stick just translated into this huge, it would like put me straight into the ground, like a kite hitting the ground, So I adjusted it back a little bit so it's a little bit less sensitive. It was something I've been thinking about doing for a long time now because I've got that issue with a number of airplanes. And yeah, just change the curve on there to make it a little bit, smoother.
Yeah, I did that some time back because I was having some issues similar, but I think I've got it dialed in pretty close anyway.
Yep. I did it when I first installed the game too, but it needs some tweaking. I always love it when you hit the autopilot and it puts you in a nosedive. Okay, fully established on the GPS. Since we're just going out over the water anyway, why don't we just climb to 4,000? That should be enough, 4,000.
Okay, 4,000.
Yeah, it's kind of nice flying in a place where I don't have to adjust the time. You know what I mean? This is the actual time of day that's in Japan right now. I didn't have to change it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was practicing doing some ILS approaches over the week. And yeah, it's always nice to
This one.
catch up on that. And this airplane, yeah. Well, you know, it is like the first time I tried it, I thought I had it all figured out. And it's like, what was that? I was missing one thing. It was the damn CDI button. I should have known better than that. You gotta hit
Oh,
that
that would get you every time.
Oh, it's remarkable how often that gets me. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that damn CDI button again. Okay, yeah. Click that over to where it's following the nav source, and then you're good to go.
I know. I've done the same thing.
Well, at least it's getting to the point now that if it ain't working, that's the first thing I check. You know, I'm usually right. Slowly pushing that speed up to 150. Yeah, it's basically like when you're putting your PDF away there, it just goes on that stand. It's like you're taking it out of the holder to look at it and then putting it right back
Yeah.
in your EFB. It would almost be more handy if it was on the pilot side, but it would kind of be in the way a little.
Yeah, but I'm just glad they've got one in here. It's kind of handy to look over and see where you're at.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be super handy in VR. I mean, that'd be perfect. Just like I said, just turn your head and there you know exactly what you need to know. Put it on your airport information
like
page.
this one.
Yeah, he probably would. He said he likes this airplane a lot. Yeah. I was considering using that Dakota this week. I checked it out a little bit. It's a little bit slow. You know, it's okay. This is just a little nicer. I like this one just a little more. It was just it edged it out just a little.
Yeah, I thought about that. I think it cruises like what 124 or something like that.
Yeah, I think in the specs it says it does like 150, but it don't. You know how that is. I mean, it might go downhill at 150, but yeah, it's more like a $120 if you're lucky, and that's with everything maxed out. So we don't want to fly full throttle the whole time. That's impossible to stay together if you're doing that, you know.
Right.
Yeah, this runway at the spaceport, like I said, it's a private runway, so they don't even have a identifier code that the game recognizes. So I just set a waypoint there. But it's not the hugest runway in the world, but it's plenty big for what we're doing. I think it's at least like 4,000 feet, something like that. It's plenty big for us. So what we're going to do when we land here, let's go ahead and roll all the way to the end, because that's where all the cool stuff is. We'll take off from the other end. But we'll land on the close end and then just taxi down to the other end.
All right, sounds good. Easy enough.
It's not the easiest to keep this thing right at 150 because that's right on the point of my throttle to where it's got that little indent, and I got to kind of rock it, you know what I mean? I got to put it sort of on that thing and put it in just the right spot, and it wants to fall off of there. But it works, maintaining.
Yep. Yeah, I'm having to ease my throttles back and forth to try to get it steady. Be nice if it had that auto throttle, huh?
Yeah,
you set it and let forget it.
I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure I've only seen auto throttle in turbo aircraft. It kind of makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe so.
I do like this orange and blue paint job, although it kind of reminds me of Denver Broncos colors, which that ain't my favorite, but it does look cool.
Yeah, just put that out of your mind then. Yeah, it's good looking airplane. I was going to go with the black one, but I thought, shoot, I like this one too. So maybe on the next trip I'll go with the black one.
That's what I was thinking too. The very last one in line, there's like 5 liveries, and the very last one's kind of a silver with black. And I was real close to taking that one, but I don't know. I thought I'd go with something a little more colorful. They all look nice. And like I said, this airplane is so sleek looking. It looks like a mosquito or something. All right, we're only 25 miles out. This is a short first leg. Like I said, the runway is relatively straight in for the most part, straight enough. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what the number would be, but it's probably like a 2.4 or 2.5.
I zoomed in on it. It's 2.6. Actually, you was close.
It was close. I knew it was in that neighborhood. I could see it's just a little bit to the right of straight in. Probably another 10 or 15 miles. I'm going to drop this bird down to, oh, I don't know, 2,000 feet or so in that neighborhood.
Okay.
A lot of nice looking cliffs around here. I always like the beach. We have some beaches here right near town that are like that. There's a beach with a big cliff behind it. It's just it's a nice place. Of course, that means that that's where it's getting eroded. There's less and less land there every year.
Right. Had to move my clouds up there. I was flying right through clouds there. Couldn't see you sometimes.
Yeah, I bumped mine up to 6,000. I shouldn't have to worry about them all night. Like one of the legs we're going to have to climb up to about 6,000 though. That's we do have some mountains to get over. Well, I've been monkeying around with that Dirty 30 there, Bob, and yeah, trying to get a little more familiar with the ILS approach procedure and stuff. And I tell you, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not sure if it's a bug or what, but it just does some weird stuff. It does the weirdest, crazy, like you completely lose control of the airplane when I'm trying to do it.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think it's working.
In fact,
I went on the forums. What was it, yesterday or the day before, and looked, and there was another guy talking about that, and he said, you know, you can lock on. It'll say ILS capture, but once it won't. It just waffles back and forth, and that's
right.
Exactly what mine does.
Yeah, and for me, and oh, by the way, hey Longhorn, good to see you made it, buddy. Right on. We're about 20 miles out from that first stop. No comms from Longhorn. I can tell he's hitting the button, but his mic is not on. Oh, there we go. I can hear you in the background.
Yeah, that's because I was building my headset inside my head.
Right on. I couldn't understand a word of that, but I'm glad you joined us. Like I said, at this point, it might almost be better to just meet us at that first airport, but you might not be able to spawn in there because it's not an actual ICAO code.
Spawn in on me if you want to, Longhorn.
Yeah, Bob, I was having even more problems than that with trying to figure out that ILS. I mean, it was like, one time I did manage to get it to actually lock onto the signal. And like you said, it would waffle back and forth and it wasn't very helpful. But mostly what it would do is it would just kind of put me into the ground. I mean, it would just, I don't understand why, but it would just like all of a sudden trim me super nose down. And it's like, geez, before I'm even like away from looking at the panel, I'm just almost hitting the ground every time. It's like, what in the world is going on here? It's really acting weird. We'll see. Maybe that'll be the next update.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I don't think they got the ILS working yet. Like, I don't know how you were doing it, but I was putting in the ILS frequency on both the VOR settings, and best I could figure that's what you had to do.
Right. I think you almost have to. Like when you're in the CDI MU unit, you have to put it in on the VOR on the right side. That was the only way I was able to do it. Otherwise, it wouldn't accept the number.
Yeah, I was putting it on both pilot and co-pilot positions, and trying it that way too, but nothing was working. And like I said, I saw another guy in the forum writing about it, and he was having the same issues. So I don't think they've got it fixed yet, and there was no reply to him yet.
Right. Yeah, it is still a beta release, so they know that they've got some work to do on it. We are only about 11 miles out, so keep your eyes peeled.
Oops, I jumped ahead of you there.
I slowed down a
faster than
little
I
bit when I
thought.
was trying to descend. I might have slowed down a little too much. Like I said, this is kind of an interesting looking place. The hangars around here look really nice. I don't know if it's a blimp hangar or what it is, but it's just a very odd looking huge hangar on the end. Like I said, when we get down to the ground, we will taxi all the way to the end, and we'll be taking off of the reciprocal runway that we landed at, just so we could check out this spaceport a little bit. I didn't see any spaceships here.
I think Longhorn's back at the original airport we took off from. He says he's 36 miles out.
Yeah, I got his name tag.
Yeah, I just took off. I see your name tags.
Yeah, it's a pretty short
Okay.
first leg. If you go barrel to the middle here, you should get us in a hurry.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the 210. It says it's got a cruising speed of 193 knots. So
Yeah, it don't.
Doggies.
it doesn't have anywhere near that, but it might come close to 170 if you keep it buried.
I usually get 193 out of the 210.
Oh, you're in that. Okay, you're in
Oh,
that high
you're
wing.
in it. Okay, never mind. I thought you were in the airplane the rest of us are in.
Oh no.
Never mind.
It says it's got like a 20 knot additional speed on it. So I figure by the stopping airport I should catch up to you guys.
All right, we are 9 miles out. Runway, what'd you say that was, Bob? Runway 26, 27?
Yeah, 26.
Like I said, since it's not an actual airport, I couldn't get any information on it. Not from the PDF there.
Well, I see it. It says Hokkaido Spaceport, 8 miles.
Yeah, it's just when you click on it, you don't get any information like they normally give you. At least I could. I didn't try it today. It would be just my luck that I can now, but I didn't look. But ordinarily, you can just click on the airport, and it'll just tell you all about the runways and the weather and everything. You know? All right, keep your eyes peeled. We're getting close. We're only about 5 miles out.
I have it in sight. Hey, I think I see Travis up there.
I do too.
Yeah, I
Travis
just-
spawned in up at the airport. So yeah, cool. Right on. He'd be joining us hopefully. He knew the drill. He knew to just meet us there. We're probably going to land right over the top of him. Tell you what, this thing has some good flaps too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
It's like hitting the brakes, man. It just puts you right to a stop. Got to keep an eye on my speed when I use them. Lazerbolt is turning for a 2-mile final. swing in right behind you, Bob.
Okay, I didn't see where you were. I was just getting lined up. Rolling all the way to the end. Okay.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff to see here. This is actually one of those bespoke, well, it's not an airport, but it is one of the gold star ones. They spent some time making it look nice.
Yeah, good. That'd be worth looking, checking things out. Trees right over the edge of the runway, so watch out for that.
Yeah, that's almost every time, isn't it? The tallest tree in the whole area is right at the end of the runway.
Ah, this place is pretty cool.
Came down a little hard on that, but not too bad. Might have to reinflate my tires. Yeah, and they got a little helipad right here in the middle of the runway. Nice looking place.
Yeah, I got to get my drone out for a real quick minute here.
Yeah, it's nice looking. I bet you there's, you know, stuff that we can't even see from the runway. That's an unusual looking hangar. I wonder what in the world they keep in there.
Oh man,
blimps or something?
You got to see inside this tower. They got blinds down, so you think it's not modeled, but man, I'll go share my screen so you can take a quick.
Yeah, let me check that out. Wow, look at that. You got all their computers all set up and everything. Cool. Oh, they even have displays on their computer. Very neat. I wonder if there'd be any chance that that's an actual map of the area or it's just some random map they gave you. I'd be surprised if it was actually relevant to the area. Pretty cool.
That was cool. I didn't think that it was going to let me in, but when I got in, I was like, well, look at these air conditioner units. Look real.
Yeah, they spent a long time just modeling this whole building. It's the only one like it in the world. You know, it's weird that they would spend so much time modeling something that how many people are even going to see this?
It's got the gold star, so it kind of draws people into it.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So that's why I picked it. This must be some kind of an assembly building. That's why it's got the tracks leading out to the runway. Or actually, that's more of a launch pad right there, isn't it?
Must be. I don't know.
Very cool. Yeah, our next stop is going to be the big old city of Sapporo. I'm only assuming it's a pretty big city. Well, I went there and it's pretty big. But also it's just loaded with points of interest. So I'm assuming it's a, you know, a popular place to go for people. There's lots of touristy stuff to see. Ooh, look at that. Look at that sign to your left. Look like a map of some kind. Yeah. Oh, cool. They have a that's neat. It's like graffiti or something. Cool.
Yeah, ain't that?
Oh, it looks like a book. That's neat.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Well, yeah, it's exactly what it's supposed to represent.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Want a snack?
They do look good. I got a whole bag full of miniature peanut butter cups I'm working on. Yep, nice looking airport for sure.
There's something inside that building, but I can see through the windows, but it wouldn't let me in that side.
Hey guys, happy Friday.
Hey Travis, happy Friday, buddy.
Hi,
Yeah,
Travis.
we saw you spawned in down here. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Travis.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, Longhorn, I don't know if you even heard earlier, but I was saying I got a message from Coast's daughter, and she said that the procedure went well. He's doing good. He's resting, and Coast said he's going to talk to us soon. So that's very good news. I was glad to hear that.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the little note, Longhorn, and Travis too, for that matter, about loading in. Don't load the plan into your EFB until you get loaded into the game, because if you do it outside, because this airport we're at right now is not recognized as an airport, it'll screw your entire flight plan up. It'll do that thing where it just has the first and the last airport and screws everything in the middle. So if you just wait until you're in the game before you load it in, you'll be fine.
What
once
do
you
you mean
do
in
that-
the game? You can't do it unless you're in the game.
At the airport, you mean spawned
Yeah,
in at the airport?
Yeah, wait till you spawn in at the airport instead of, you know.
I did it at the
match
world
game.
map. When it came in fine.
Did it?
Yep.
Well, good deal.
It didn't work for me. I tried it like 4 times yesterday. I was about ready to give up. And then I tried it actually at the airport, and it worked fine. But if I do it on the main map, it like I said, it gives you the first airport and the last airport, and it screws everything in the middle. Well,
Yeah,
it did
the
for me.
world map. That's what the world map did to me. But it actually did when I sent it to the GPS. It actually did send your flight plan to the GPS. The world map, it did do that. It had just the start and the end.
Right on. But in the EFB, it was correct.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's sent to the GPS correctly. So
Well,
I've
that's
got
good
like,
news.
yeah, it's showing me the first stop is right where you guys are at, and then it jogs off to the right after that. I can't see on the map where it's going, but
Yeah, we're going to be heading off into those mountains.
I see you back there. How far back are you now, Longhorn?
less than 12 miles, 11 miles,
Oh, okay.
11 and a half.
Yeah, like we said, we're going to take off from this end. We're going to have to take a crazy turn to get back on track. It'll lead us off into the mountains over there. This next leg, we're probably going to, let's go up to at least 6,500. That'll be 6,500 is enough. 6,000 is barely enough. I did it at 6,000 and my wheels were hitting the ground. We went over some of those mountains. But 6,500 will be fine. Go up to 7,000 if you want to.
All right. Well, I set it at 65, so if I hit a mountain goat, it's your fault.
Oh, just make sure you save it. That's good eating. Yeah, I don't have much wind here to speak of at all. The windsock is doing nothing. Maybe 1 knot. So Travis, what's new? We haven't seen you in a couple weeks. How you been, buddy?
Not good. I don't say really much is new. But everything's good.
Yeah, good. Good to hear.
You must be home in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be leaving in like 3 weeks.
Another trip you're going on?
Just to the other side. To Austria.
Oh, I thought you meant the other side of Florida. Going to Austria. All right, well, that is the other side of the planet.
Yeah, I probably won't be around for that Thanksgiving weekend because I'll be going the other side of Florida for that as well.
Oh, right on. Here we go, Longhorn coming in fast. Looking good.
I'll see how well my brakes work.
It's a long runway. You're good. Just,
Yeah,
That's
it's
good because I'm at 201 knots.
yeah. You're gonna want to
Yeah.
slow down a little. It's not that long.
just
It's
give her
longer
both
than it
barrels.
looks. Yeah, it was plenty long enough for us. It's longer than it looks. Sitting here looking at it right now, though, it's like it doesn't look long at all. But it's plenty big enough.
I say come in full throttle so you can watch.
Yes, I like the way you're thinking.
We'll see if my wheels stay on. I just lowered them at 200 knots.
Well, so there's some tall trees right at the end of the runway, so you got to kind of drop her down after that. And
Yeah, I see them.
I hit pretty hard when I came in. I didn't crash or nothing, but it was a tough landing. The guys that
Well,
are
that's an
going to have to
unusual-
replace my wheels later, they're not happy.
It's an unusual looking airport because all the writing on it is yellow.
Yeah, like I said, it's not actually an airport. It's like a private strip. That's why for some reason, the game recommends to fly here, but then it doesn't recognize it as an actual airport code. So, whatever. It works. It'll let us go here, and it's pretty nice looking.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I mean, even that, like the field as you're coming in, that has all the rolled up bales of hay, it just looks nice. I was expecting to see some cows or something.
Hey, you should have seen inside the tower there, Longhorn. That was really
Oh.
decked out.
Yeah, I'm going to go over and check it out. So I'll catch up to you guys. I'll go send the drone over there instead of trying to run over there.
Yeah, that's probably the only way you'll be able to get inside is with the drone.
Yeah, it's funny. You must be in a single engine airplane.
Yeah, it's a Cessna 210. The same one I flew last week. It
Oh,
just
right.
looks like a big 172.
Because I only got
we
1 of
see,
your props turning.
I was just going to say that we see as the diamond with one prop turning.
Yep. If none of the props are working, that means you're in a jet. And if one of them's working, it means you're in a single.
Oh, you know, I saw something cool today. I actually saw a real live Vision Jet today.
Did you?
One of my calls. I was up in Windsor, which is where the Santa Rosa Airport was, and I just heard this jet taking off, and I looked out because the flight path was right over where I was working, and I looked up and was like, "Hey, that's a Vision Jet."
I think I got one right behind me. I got a little black and white one right behind me.
Never
Yeah.
seen one.
Yeah, in the game I like it. Of course, I've never flown one in real life, but in the game it's a pretty nice little jet. We say little jet, but I bet you when you're standing next to it, it's pretty big.
It's kind of little.
Yeah, that was actually it made a quiet sound. It wasn't as loud as like a jumbo jet or anything like that. I mean, it made a jet sound, but it definitely was small.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to tell when it was probably half a mile away.
In the game, they look
That was
super
alright.
luxurious inside too. Looks like very, very nice.
I was always told it's not the size of your jet, it's how you fly it.
It's good advice. Let's go ahead and roll out onto this runway here, and we'll be back up into the air in 1 minute. Like I say, I'm planning on climbing up to 6,500. Climb up to 7,000 if you want to make sure we can hit those mountains, or don't hit them. And yeah, we're going to be on our way to Sapporo.
That's pretty cool. They got where you got to talk about all these computers in here because they got the blinds pulled so you can't see the
Yeah,
inside unless you go inside.
that's exactly
Right.
what Bob said. Yeah, it's like they got the blinds and everything, but you go inside and it's nice.
Yeah, they got
You
the
see in the
weather
back
map on one
parking
of the
lot, they got a
computers.
great big, looks like a book, a children's book that has some cool pictures and stuff.
See if I can go find that.
It's huge. It's right outside of the building, behind it.
Of that building that I was just in. I'm not finding it. I see a power station, a barn, a red. Actually, a
I guess
storage
it's more like it's more behind like the big assembly building that they got there with the track going to it. It's kind of behind that. And there's like
right,
A vending machine
That-
and stuff.
That red building that's right by that, there's a little picnic table out here with 2 glasses of champagne and a drone and a controller and a map and
Oh, I didn't
binoculars.
see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
nice.
Yeah. It's like a couple people decided to have a couple bottles of champagne and left their drone sitting on the table.
Yeah, somebody's doing something right around here.
It wasn't me.
It's weird how when you try to. Oh, I just saw a little bit into that building. It won't let me in, but I can kind of see. You know, if they're going to model the inside, they need to let you go inside.
Right. It almost makes me think that some of this stuff is modeled so well on the inside that they're kind of planning for the future. You know what I mean? I mean, if they ever need to have some reason to go inside, it's already done. That's work that they don't need to work on, you know?
That looks like
Yeah.
a maintenance hangar, I think.
Yeah, because you can see through the windows, and there's a bunch of toolboxes and all kinds of stuff. But every time I try to go in, it throws me up to the roof.
Right. Yeah. But it looks like a maintenance hangar. I did the same thing.
Well, all right, guys. Like I said, it's time to get going. Let's go ahead and take off. Like I said, we're climbing to 5,000 or 6,500, 150 knots. We're going to take a left-hand turn out of here, and we'll head right over those mountains. And Lazerbolt is spooling up and rolling. Let's go. Oh yeah, this runway is plenty big enough. Unless there's a helicopter at that helipad in the middle of it, you'd be fine.
Yeah, that seems like a odd place to put a helipad.
Yeah, I was thinking too. It's like, they got to have some pretty good communication around here to make sure that doesn't become a problem.
So is it a helipad or a helipad?
It's a hella cool pad.
Thank you for getting that. Thought that was going to be a stretch.
You set them up, I'll knock them down, buddy. So we're going to be pretty much flying directly over, almost directly over, this point of interest over here in the distance. I don't know if I'm going to go so far as to actually fly over there and check to see what it is. Maybe once the name pops up, if it's something cool. Oh, it's just the marker for the city. Never mind. Time to climb, climb, climb. Already getting some bug smacks on the windshield there. That's good. Yeah, I'm guessing that our next stop, the city of Sapporo, is a pretty major city just from the number of POIs that are there. There's got to be 12 of them. They're all over the place. So we'll land there first, and then on the way out, after we take off, let's check out all the city and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
Once again, our final stop of the evening is the only airport that we're going to be landing at that actually has an ILS frequency.
Yeah, this is actually a 6-seater.
For passengers, or is that including the cockpit?
Including the cockpit. It's got 2 rows behind me. A pair of bucket
Okay.
seats behind me, and then a bench seat behind it, and then a little place to throw your luggage behind the back seat.
Pretty sure ours have 5 seats behind us, and then the 2 in the cockpit. Double check here.
So that makes us a 7-seater.
Yep, there's 5 in the back, and plus the cockpit and pilot and co-pilot.
But they're small seats. But
Tell
you'd
you
be
what.
rubbing hips with one another back there.
That person in the middle would be bumming, I tell you that.
I wouldn't want to be the man in the middle if I had Bertha on both sides. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, when we get to Sapporo, we will be landing on runway 32, so count on that. Runway 32 is 4,800 foot of asphalt. That's plenty. And it's hard to believe it's already that time, but when we get there, we still got a little ways to go. It's a long leg. But that will be our penultimate stop of the evening. We'll take a little break. So count on that. Runway 32, not much elevation, only 27 feet, so that's right down there.
Yeah, we got the snow-capped mountains there in front of us. You see that? It's pretty nice.
They are beautiful once we get closer to them. Like I said, it's we're going to be very close to the mountains, and it looks very nice. Of course, if you look at the map, we are climbing over the tallest part of the entire place is right in front of us. But like I said, 6,000 and a half should that'll be just fine. Yeah, I think it's gonna start getting dark here pretty soon though. I'm already getting some nice colors. The sun is definitely setting. We got a while to go yet. So I was looking at the map. We might be at least 2 weeks, but maybe even next week we might be able to get all the way to Tokyo already. We're getting kind of close into the neighborhood of Tokyo. We might make it there next week, for sure the week after that. Of course, everybody wants to check out Tokyo. It's pretty cool there. I think I just climbed right up through your path and almost hit you. Alright, leveling out 6,500. Increasing speed 150.
Oh, I got to reduce speed. I was doing 170.
Longhorn just killed us both.
Yeah, I saw you coming up faster than I thought you were, so I just completely pulled the throttle back.
I see y'all back there. Yeah, pretty close.
I had him right in my cockpit a minute ago.
Did he steal your drink?
Hell no, I got my hands wrapped firmly around that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get me one of my own. I don't have a cup holder in this thing, do I?
It's
Oh,
getting
shoot.
about time of the year for to have some eggnog going on. I love me some eggnog. I'm definitely going to be picking some up.
Yeah, I like that stuff too. I already had one. Bought a box about a week ago.
Nothing goes better with eggnog than Southern Comfort, man. It's nice and sweet already, and it's just it's kind of caramely. It's yummy.
Well, no, I haven't tried that. It don't sound bad, but
Well, what gave me the idea is Southern Comfort makes eggnog. Really good eggnog too. It doesn't have the alcohol in it already. It's just, you get it in the regular, dairy section. But
right.
being that it's Southern Comfort, I figured, well, they're wanting you to put Southern Comfort in there, right? So I tried it, and oh yeah, it was a good choice.
Naturally.
Yes, it was a match made in heaven. So I'm trying to maintain 150. I'm going slightly faster than that. Like I said, I'm right on the hump on my throttle. That hump is right there, so it's kind of balancing right on the peak of it. And you'll notice if you look ahead, the tallest peak in the entire damn area is directly in front of us. How does that happen every time?
About being right
it's
on the
just,
hump.
it seems like it shouldn't happen every time, but it happens every time.
I think we'll make it. I think we'll clear it.
Oh yeah,
It's close.
definitely. That's why I said go to 6,500, because 6,000 ain't going to be enough. These mountains do look nice, though.
You're not even going.
Easy, Billy. Yeah, I love how they, for the most part, they got rid of all the stretched out textures that used to be a problem. Like, mountains look great now. It doesn't matter where you're at, the mountains look fantastic. Some of them in the past used to look a little weird. With they just take a texture and just stretch it out over the whole thing, and it looks like a stretched out texture. It ain't right. This looks beautiful.
Sure does. Yeah.
Another thing I like about this aircraft is my radio stack works when I'm using this aircraft. That's always
Well, that's
handy.
good.
Oh yeah, it's always handy I don't need to like search around for where to put my ILS frequencies in or none of that. It's just all right here. Or if like the most annoying thing I hate when like you're taking off from an airport and the ATC keeps squawking at you. It's like, man, lady, I'm not even listening to you, and you got to like search around how to turn that off. I mean, now I can just hit the button and swap frequencies and she's not talking anymore. You'll notice it's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze. We're,
I am noticing that. I'm keeping a close eye out for mountain goats.
yeah. I might just go up to 7,000 anyway, just because. But I know 6,500 is enough, just barely. Like I said, my wheels were scraping the ground. And the thing is, once we cross that one, you can see that ridge up there. As soon as we cross that ridge, we can start descending because the airport's down at pretty much sea level.
This is what makes it interesting, though.
from looking at my avionics panel there, it looks like we're going to go right through. There's like a saddle. We're going to go right down that.
It's pretty to see the mountains up close.
We're going to see them real close.
The trees.
Matter of fact, if I look off to the left over here, those trees are pretty much my same height.
No tree climbing tonight.
Nope.
Even the trees have snow on them.
Yeah, that's pretty, man.
They're treacherous.
Only if you try to climb it.
They're treacherous. That's a good one.
Yeah, I always sign a peace treaty before climbing them.
Wow.
So you've had a few weeks to come up with some new content.
You could call it that, I guess.
Oh, Lazerbolt just jumped out of his aircraft.
Oh no.
Stop your props.
I'm going to go climb a tree.
Content's a nice way to put it.
Or fly a kite. Yeah, quite the mountain range for sure. It's beautiful.
Mr. Newbie hanging in there up high. He's afraid of the mountaintops. You ever get your, I wonder if he's ever got his comms fixed, but he's hanging on. He's hanging with us.
Yep, the old notorious Discord comms failure is a common thing.
Yeah, I think if we would have went to the left, we would not have cleared this mountain at 6,500 feet.
No, I mean actually we're lucky that it's a bit of a saddle right here. On a couple of these ridges, we're just kind of going right down the middle of it.
Yeah, because I've got it still at 6,500, and I'm about to go into the saddle and looking off to my left. If I was about quarter mile, half mile to the left, I probably would have. Yep, I would have definitely collided with it because it's higher than I am.
Yeah, like I said, you look off to the left and you'll see trees above you. That's pretty, pretty weird to see trees above you. It does look nice with the trees all covered with snow like that, though. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, and the further down in elevation you go, the trees don't have the snow in them, so they modeled it really well.
Yeah. Yeah, the little details like that a lot of people don't pay attention to, at least not all the time.
I just went through that saddleback. He was right, Longhorn. Man, that's pretty cool.
Wish I could turn off the city POIs because I'd like to know if there's actually anything worth going and seeing around here because I've got little markers all around me right now. I'm sure they're probably pointing to cities.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
I
I know
off, too.
when we get to this next city, it's loaded with POIs. There's got to be 20 of them. Like I said, we're going to land first, and then when we leave Sapporo, on the way out of town, we'll check out all the POIs. I checked them out briefly as I was making the flight plan. Most of them are not that great, but they're worth checking out. There's a couple of them that are pretty cool, though. There's some kind of like a big dome, some kind. Don't know what that's for. It might be a sports stadium or something. It's really neat looking. A couple towers.
Looks like there's a volcano off to the left, like way off in the distance.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. This whole place is volcanoes.
But it's just like this odd looking dome that's like sticking up out of, I see a way past on the horizon.
This
Yeah.
area is erupting with volcanoes.
All of this used to be the bottom of the ocean at one time.
I see.
Nice.
I do see a lake over there on my left wing.
It's pretty nice. Kind of a long lake.
Kind of funny looking at Japan on the map, and then when you actually fly around the country, it's way bigger than what your brain would think looking at the map.
Yeah, yeah, and it's quite a distance from north to south, especially. Yeah, once again, when we get to Romeo Juliet Charlie Oscar, we will be landing on runway 32. Count on 32.
3-2.
There you are.
There you are. You're very quiet, but we can hear you finally. Good deal, buddy.
There's traffic
Travis,
up
you
here
scared me.
around it.
Snuck up on me.
Yeah, it's like LA out here. The traffic's terrible. This guy won't get out of the way.
What if I just slowed down?
I don't know. I don't think you're gonna do it.
Don't tempt me. Yeah, we're about 48 miles out right now, and about another 20 miles or so, I'm going to begin my descent slowly down to about 2,500. We'll be well out of the mountains by then. We're kind of out of them now. So, Mr. Newbie, what was it on your comms there?
I went through the settings and changed all of my defaults back to my headset. I went into the Discord settings, changed over to push to talk, release the push and talk, and that's what did the trick.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, good deal. You're still a little bit on the quiet side. I've got you turned up as far as I can get you, but at least I can hear you now.
Okay, let me see.
The voice activation sounds really good, but the output volume is probably what you need to look for on there.
There was a long time where we didn't use voice activation around here. We had the channel set to where you had to use push to talk. But
Yeah.
that was back when we had, 20 and 30 people flying. And you had to have push to talk. There was just too much chatter.
Yeah, I do prefer the voice activation now. But yeah, if there was 20 people around, I'd be
Right.
definitely changing my mind on that.
Well, when I really don't like the voice activated is when you can hear people's living room. It's like, man, I don't need to hear what's going on in your house. I can hear your wife talking. I can hear your kids playing. I just come on, man.
You saying you're annoyed at my dogs?
No, not at all. Notice how I didn't mention dogs. But it's just like I said, we're flying around and all I can hear is this guy having a discussion with his wife about something that's none of my business. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Put it on push to talk. We don't want to sit here and be part of your living room. What are you doing? I never understood why people want the whole world to hear their business.
That part. Okay, how is it now?
Better.
Oh yeah, better.
Okay.
Yeah, sound good, buddy.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right. You guys must be pushing 160, 170 now, huh?
I'm doing a 151. We might have different airspeeds though going on, different winds.
I might be on live or just the default whatever's not live, and my ground speed's 158 and my airspeed's 145, so yeah, it's right around 150-ish.
Yeah, I got a 160 ground speed and 150 indicated.
Spiffy.
All right.
Do you remember me, guys?
Spiffy!
Yeah, it's me.
How's it going? Just so you know, we are broadcasting live right now, but it's good to see you. How are you?
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for the heads up. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I don't think my wonderful dad can see you guys tonight. I think sometimes he can kind of listen in on the YouTube
Right.
stream, I think.
Right.
But,
Hopefully he's at least getting some good rest.
yeah, he's probably sleeping right now, but
I take it he's back home now.
no, he's got maybe
Oh.
another couple days, I know. So he's kind of, I think, got a couple more. Yeah. But, I mean, he pulled through, and this is Coast's daughter, for those, you guys know him, my dad, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we know him. We all know him.
Yeah, we were just talking
Aw.
about how happy we are that everything seemed to go well, and he's resting good.
yeah.
So we're looking forward to talking
Thanks
to
for
him
sharing
soon.
the good news.
Yes.
I popped in in case you guys wanted to, I'd be like, I talked to the guys last night, and, send
Right.
your good wishes, good vibes.
Yes, absolutely. Send him our best wishes.
I will. He's a trooper. He's a
Yes,
trooper.
he is. We love him around here.
Aww. Oh, that's so heartwarming. But I'm gonna secretly, don't tell him. Not that you guys could tell him, but I'm gonna try to get his computer back in order again. So, mum's the word.
Mom
I'll
is the
figure something
word.
out, guys.
Yeah, like I said, I would love to be able to help you out on that, but diagnosing something like that remotely is so almost
Mhm.
impossible. If I had it in front
I
of me,
know.
I feel very confident that I could get it running. I mean, what could be wrong with it? It just all of a sudden quit. I think it's a driver issue or something that's preventing it from starting. You might have to go into the BIOS and mess
Mhm.
around that way. But whatever it is, it doesn't sound like it's, like it's flat out broken. You know what I mean? It
I
just it sounds
know.
like there's
He-
just
He
something.
wouldn't let me near it, but I actually did desktop support for a little while, and that's how I met my husband.
Right.
And now we're both in IT, believe it or not, and but in different capacities. But still, he wouldn't let me near it. So I'm like, come on, man,
Yeah.
let me
Yeah,
let
look
me
at it.
at it. No.
And
Am
really,
I
it's like
interrupting, guys? Am
it's
I interrupting
impossible.
you?
It's impossible to try to help with it because all he says is, "Yeah, it don't work." I'm like, okay, well, what's it doing? It don't turn on. All right, well, I don't know what to even do now. You know what I mean? It's like I would love to help,
I
and
know. Don't worry.
I know computers. I've been messing with computers my whole life, and I feel pretty confident I could fix it. But doing it remotely is impossible. Absolutely, there's no
know.
way to even know what's going on.
Being
know.
that Coast was in programming and around computers probably most of his life, I imagine he has some dignity he doesn't want to lose by handing it off to
Yeah.
somebody else. But
I know, but I
true.
think I'm gonna take matters into my own hands, guys. So,
I think it's time. We need to
yeah,
fly again.
it's
So
time.
Yeah, we need
I'll
to
let
get
you-
him.
I'll give
We
you
need to get him
updates.
back in
I'll
the
give you
air with
updates.
us and flying.
I'm sure.
When I bought him that laser, I bought him that freaking, Dad, I love you, Oculus Rift thingamajigger, whatever the heck that is,
Uh-huh.
and he never used it once. So
Not once.
I gotta do something.
You know
Not
what? It's
once.
an odd thing. I've heard that from so many people. I mean, I'm so excited by VR. I love it. I bought a Quest 2 and fell in love with it. Quest 3 came out. I bought one instantly. I couldn't wait to get the Quest 3. I'm so into it. And then I talk to people, it's quite regularly. I talk to people
Oh, really?
and I'm like, hey, you're all excited about getting that VR headset. How's it working? He's like, I haven't even plugged it in. I don't
Yeah.
understand. I don't understand
And it
people.
sounds-
They're
it
like
sounds
all
like
excited to
something.
get it. People I work with, I know 3 people that I work with that bought VR headsets and never even bothered to try to plug it in. It's like I don't understand that at all. It excites
think
me, and
so.
other people are just like, yeah, whatever.
I don't think Coast is listening to us now. If he is, I'm not complaining. You're the best. You're the best, Dad. And
Yeah.
and don't worry, we'll get you. Yeah,
Uh,
but I want to play with it actually. I'm like, move.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, it's
Oh,
absolutely
yeah?
amazing,
I
and it
like
works really well with Flight Simulator. They've done a good
Oh.
job implementing it for Flight Sim.
You should
Well-
borrow it for a while and just, if you actually like it, tell them how much fun you're liking it.
Yeah.
Have them come over to your place and use it a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, one of the guys that flew with us for a long time, Robert Dunn, he was one of the main players around here for years, and a guy that we all respect, like, to the highest degree. I wish he would come back. I mean, we haven't talked to him in forever. He just got busy with his family, and he had to go do other stuff. But I really wish he would come back. But he's the perfect example of a guy. I mean, he had to go out. He bought like the most expensive VR headset they made. He was waiting for it to come out, and it was finally released, and it was thousands of dollars for this fancy headset. Never plugged it in once. I would ask him about it every week. I would ask him about it. I'm all excited to hear about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I didn't even bother." Finally, after about a month of asking him, I just stopped. I'm just like, whatever. He's never going to use it. I don't understand why he spent thousands of dollars. He had to have it, and then just never used it once. I couldn't figure it out. It was disappointing to me.
Well, Coast, aka Dad, for me, is in the hospital for a couple more days. But guess what? It makes me. I can access his computer. So I'm gonna be sneaking in there, Mission Impossible style, and getting that going. So
Please.
yeah. But anyways, guys, I feel like I've kind of hijacked your normal conversation. Back to your regular scheduled flight simulation stream here, and I just wanted to say hello and thank you so much for thinking of him, and we'll get him back here, okay? So
yeah, let him know we're thinking of him, and yeah, Meg, we're very, very glad to hear some news. So thanks for stopping. Absolutely.
Absolutely, guys. Enjoy your night. It's been a pleasure to just jump in the middle of your conversation. I have a way of doing that, but people tend to forgive me on that. I don't want to.
Oh no, not at all.
So,
no, you're very welcome. You're always welcome here. We told you that before.
Thank you, guys. Maybe I'll try the Oculus Rift. I'll be like,
there you go.
Or not the Quest 2 or whatever the heck we bought.
One of the things that's nice about the MetaQuest 3 or the 2, the one you got, all of them, is they're very standalone. You don't even have to have it hooked up to a PC. You can just play something. You could bring it to Coast in the hospital, and he could at least be checking stuff out from his bed. It's totally standalone. Or you could also plug it into your computer and use it for flight sim. But it's very standalone, and it's pretty cool.
That's a good idea, because I'm sure it's something to pass the time, at least to play around with something. Okay. You guys are making me think.
Take it, play around with it for a day, and
I mean, at least maybe then he'll realize how cool it is.
Yeah. And then I'll be like, I want one. And if you're like, you're not using it, I'm taking it. No, I wouldn't do that.
There you go.
But, yeah. Anyways, gentlemen, have a lovely, lovely night, and just thanks so much for being a kind person to my dad, and just enjoy the night. So thanks so much.
Thanks for being an awesome daughter.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, we're glad we got somebody like you taking care of him, because he's our buddy.
Wonderful. Well, we're keeping a close eye on him, and we're visiting him a lot, and my mom showed up today with hats, apparently, with my aunt, and we wore funny hats. I don't know. We're doing stupid stuff, but we're trying to keep in good spirits here, so.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, guys. Take care.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for giving us a heads up on that.
I could be the stewardess on your flight set and be like, could you like... No, I couldn't do that. Anyways, I'm just thinking outside the plane, thinking outside the plane. All right, bye guys, take care.
Okay, take care. Thanks for the heads up on that. Tell Coast we said hey.
I will. Yeah. I promise. Okay, bye guys. Good night.
Yeah, how nice. It's always nice to talk to her. She's a nice gal. Coast raised some really nice daughters, I tell you.
Yeah. I tell my best friend this all the time, because he has a couple girls, and whether for good or for bad doesn't matter, but the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, and I think it does usually speak to most families.
Yeah, very much so. Gentlemen, we're about 15 miles out from the runway. It's pretty much straight in. So yeah, keep an eye open. We are, if you see the POIs, they're all over the place, and there's a lot of them. So like I said, we're going to check those out as we leave this airport.
Oh boy.
And being that this is the penultimate stop for the evening, we'll be taking a 10-minute break once we get down on the ground. And this is the time I like to tell everybody, like and subscribe. Go down there and like and subscribe to the channel. You got plenty of time to do it. You can even join us if you would like to. We would love to have you. We always got room in the group flight for more, and take it pretty casual around here. We don't get too serious about all the aviation stuff. We just try to have a good time. But we all love aviation and love talking about it. And so, yeah, if you felt like joining us at any time, please do. You can grab the game on Game Pass, or just go ahead and buy it on Steam, or whatever you want to do. And you can get all the information in the description of the video. And like and subscribe. "12 miles out." I was a little surprised that this airport at this major city doesn't have an ILS. That's a little surprising.
Yeah, there might be some radio interference reasons or something.
Could
It's
be.
just one runway, right?
Yeah, and it's not the hugest airport either, you know. I mean, it's about 4,000 feet. I don't know if you could even consider that an international airport, you know. But it's a big city.
Yeah.
It's a real big place.
Yeah, a lot of airports that are were on the fence about ILS did GPS equivalent navigation instead. There's a lot of smaller airports that really hopped on board on that in the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 years, but mostly like the last 5 to 10 years. Just airports that you would suspect not to have anything for, and they actually have something. So
Yeah.
they might have had some radio complications of one
Right.
sort or another that they're like, yeah, we'll just wait it out and do GPS navigation approaches.
I mean, I suppose it could be as simple as, well, you don't really need it. It's a pretty easy approach, you know. Although,
Yeah, it's
if you're in
usually
a big
most
airplane, if you're in a big a big liner, it's always nice to have.
Doesn't matter really the size of the airplane, it's the weather that makes it most important.
That's true. I'm just thinking in like a huge jetliner, you usually want to be lined up with the runway before you can even see it.
Oh yeah.
But if you know what you're doing, that's easy enough. Real nice looking
Definitely
city down here. If you look at these buildings though, man, they're packed in there, tightly packed. Hello.
Whoopsie daisy.
That was a nice maneuver to get over.
I saw you at the last second and I pulled up, but, barely.
Whoop! Now you made me go through you.
Are you still holding on to that drink?
I just passed it off.
Man, I'm glad I ducked.
I'm glad
Yeah, I
I've got
have-
my crash detection turned off. This is why. This is why I recommend anytime anyone is playing multiplayer, turn your crash detection off. Nobody is ever happy that they crashed. Never. I mean, I get it. You want to have everything as realistic as possible, but just turn your crash detection off. Nobody's ever happy that they had to start over.
They did turn off collision, like aircraft collision detection, just by like default everything, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot crash in another aircraft.
That's probably a good thing. I
Yeah,
mean, you
probably
know,
good, yeah.
Laser knew when an airplane went
Yeah.
through them, so.
Yeah, I say it all the time. It's like, you know you crashed, I know you crashed, let's move on. You don't need to restart the game to prove you're a man. You know, it's like, yes. That was ugly, let's move on.
Yeah,
You said
when
it used to be in
crashed,
FSX, back in the FSX days, that was a real issue. I mean, if you crashed or you did anything, you'd have to completely restart the game, and that was like a 20-minute process. You remember how rough that was? That was,
It was.
It was infuriating. Like you're in the middle of a multiplayer game, and then you'd get kicked out for any dumb reason. You'd get bumped out, and here you go. It's going to be 20 minutes before you're back up and flying again.
Well, I used to play NASCAR racing a lot on multiplayer, and that one you can crash into people, and it used to bug me because you get all the young kids out there playing, and their whole purpose in trying to join a multiplayer race was to crash into everybody.
Yeah, I don't think playing NASCAR online you're gonna get any really good. There's always gonna be one kid in there that's gonna.
Yeah. Well, I
start
mean,
crashing into everybody for fun.
if you're in a league of some kind, sure, you can run into actual people who are taking it serious. But yeah, when there's no consequences for crashing into people, people are going to do it. Alrighty, I'm on about a 1 mile final here for runway 32. When you get down, let's go ahead and we'll gather up down at the end here, at the beginning of 32. We'll take 10 minutes. It's just long enough for me to refresh.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna head over to that Sapporo Beer Museum and see what they got.
Yep, we're gonna head and we're gonna check that out on the way out of town. So just save that for later. There's all kinds of cool stuff to check out here, and definitely that's one of them.
Maybe the museum will be shaped like a can of beer.
It's not. It's actually, there's not much to see. I checked it out yesterday. There's not much to see. But hey, the name tag's cool.
It's uncanny.
Nice. You see, Travis? We need that. This place has a really bizarre looking hangar too, or I don't know if that's maybe a sports facility just on the outside of the airport here, but it's a weird looking hangar for sure. I do like this Diamond. This is a very nice aircraft. I'm glad we're flying it. It stops easily.
You know, when you go through the grass like that, they say it's a diamond in the rough.
Oh boy, it was pretty rough.
There he goes.
You know?
There you go again.
You got me started. You pulled the ripcord.
Well, that's why I love you, Travis, because you just can't turn it off. I love you, man. Don't stop now.
You guys are like, oh yeah, Travis, you got some jokes coming, okay, and it's been a while. Oh, that's what you get now.
Yeah, yeah. Watch what you wish for.
Good on you.
Okay, guys, this is at the bottom of the hour, so why don't we say at 22, the top of the hour, we're going to be taking off for our final leg, and that will get us to our ILS destination.
It's like a weird blue spot over here in the grass next to me, just behind me.
A weird blue spot.
Yeah, it's just in the grass in between the taxiway and the runway.
Oh, yeah, like a light blue. It almost looks like water, right?
Yeah, kind of, but
It's
definitely
turquoise.
not. It looks like somebody spray painted that in or something.
Yeah, but it's like a light turquoise blue. I noticed that too. I didn't know what the hell it was. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to reboot my cocktail here and make it just like new.
Loading.
Put on the gas.
You know what kind of makes me question sometimes is that I know some people fly their planes differently and stuff, but in all my flight training that I've done, I have always defaulted, unless there's a weight and balance issue, to fully fuel the airplane. Because in a small airplane like these, it doesn't really change like the fuel burn that much. It would, but it's not worth the safety risk involved. I'm surprised that Microsoft didn't make it like 100% default on anything that's, I don't know, maybe doesn't need a type rating for, I guess.
Right. Generally, on the short 2-hour flights that we do on Fridays, we don't need to worry about it too much. But there has been at least one time where we needed to refuel. It was a pretty small aircraft. I forget when it was, but there was at least once where we had to refuel. It doesn't happen very often. But like you said,
I
why not just
remember
give you more
more
fuel?
than
Well,
that.
you know, what's the holdup?
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping this next update, it's a mild, I'm not going to go complain about it issue, is that when you go put your fuel in, it's like 3 steps to move the bar. Like you had to ask to move the bar, and then you move the bar, and then you had to accept the fuel load that you gave it. I think that can be just 2 steps, but that's just a mild complaint. I'm not going to bother about it too much. Oh yeah, I've been sorry, Laser. It has been a while. I was messing. The reason why I bring that up is because I was messing with the career mode quite a bit a few weeks ago, and I kind of liked it. It was a little bit buggy in some aspects, but I liked it. It was alright. And I noticed on quite a few of the once you get past the medium stages that you need to adjust the fuel, otherwise you can get in a sticky situation really quick, and there's no way to fix it.
Sorry, I just got back in the room. I heard my name. What aircraft are you talking about?
I was messing with the career stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I noticed that you do have to change the fuel on some of those missions, mostly like the mid stage and after missions.
You'll notice in the career mode, it'll remember your fuel from mission to mission. So if you finish the last mission almost out of fuel, you'll start the next one almost out of fuel.
I don't think I actually had that at all, but maybe
Really?
You're right in some aspect. Like every time I loaded a career mission, and remember this is in this build, so if you played in the before this last update, maybe they could have changed something.
It has been it's been at least a month since I've done the career mode, but yeah, I mean it was it usually just remembers what your fuel's at, and you'll have to add some, or you know. And
Yeah,
like you'll notice that the fuel thing on that, it's like a dial, and there's like a little green spot that lets you know that's enough to finish the mission.
Oh, okay, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so if I've got more than I need to finish it, I don't even touch it. I just leave it where it is.
So is this when you made your own company, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't made my own company. That's
oh,
probably
I see.
why
I see. Yes, that's what it is. It's when you own your own aircraft and you have your own company. It's in the same screen to where like in between missions you can wash your aircraft and add fuel and all that.
Okay, yeah, I haven't done that part yet.
I see.
That makes sense.
If you're looking for tips and tricks on the career mode, especially how to do the cargo career mode, I made a video about it. You should check it out.
Yeah, I definitely need to go
It is.
check that out, 'cause,
It's. I'm very happy with the video, and it's getting lots of clicks. I put it out about 10 months ago when I first started messing with the career mode, and yeah, to this day it still gets lots of clicks, and I like it.
awesome. Yeah, I was wanting to go through all like the basic stuff and go through the progress tree before starting a.
That's a good
business.
idea. It gets your different licenses and everything. Sure.
Yeah, the helicopter part is holding me back a bit, but I do have my flight stick I haven't used in a while, and I brought it out, I just haven't plugged it in and done it yet, so I'm hoping maybe that works a little bit better.
Is that your
helicopter?
Is that your Honeywell? Oh, you're using your Honeywell now, and you're going to use a regular stick for your.
Yeah, so I have the old Logitech wireless Like, you know, the 3D Pro, it's very similar to
Mhm.
that, but they had a wireless one that came out, oh, I don't even know anymore, 25 years ago. Kind of scared to say.
It's been a while. You had it for a long time. Hell, you've had that Honeywell for at least 2 or 3 years itself, and that's the new hotness.
Yeah, the honeycomb I've had for probably, I want to say almost 5 years now. I don't even know for sure.
Yeah, it's been a while. I remember when you first got
Basically
it. It was an exciting piece of hardware.
Yeah, I got them all pretty much hot off the press,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not much
Which
of a
includes,
thrilling
yeah,
data
which includes its
tester,
own set
but-
of problems if you're one of the first people to get it. You know
Yeah.
that. Anyway,
But
we're
it-
going to be back up in the air in less than
it-
3 minutes. I'm
we
going to
go.
go ahead and take the runway.
It's pretty good with the small amount of issues I did have with it. I'd say it probably was worth it.
Yeah, I remember when you first got it, you were having just little issues like the lights not working like they're supposed to. Things that were probably just driver issues, you know.
Yeah, they didn't have the drivers ready when they released the product.
They rarely do.
But it wasn't a big deal. Like, they had some like beta driver that they pushed out and everything mostly worked fine, and then it's just a matter of refining that, and it, if I remember correctly, and it was all fine.
So yeah, like I said, on the way out of town, have your POI markers turned on, and we're going to check out a lot of this stuff. Like I said, definitely want to check out the beer museum. There's not much there, but we can say we saw the Sapporo Beer Museum. And there's a dome of some kind and a tower of some kind. And they got a neat looking downtown area. Yeah, we'll check it all out on the way out of town. We're going to be taking off
Nice.
in about a minute and a half.
How do you turn on the POIs? I wasn't getting any.
The what now?
The POIs. How do you turn them on?
Oh,
Mine
I've got
are
it
off,
mapped
yeah.
onto a button on my stick, but I don't know if it's under accessibility or one of the tabs and settings there.
Okay.
Do you remember what it's called, guys? I don't
I
think it's
think it-
accessibility.
Well, I'll look real quick if I can find my keyboard up here.
Yeah, and you can, like Laser said too, you can also map them, toggle them on and off with a command or button press if you program that in manually.
Yeah, I've
Maybe
got them
it's-
mapped to a button, but it's under. Is it assistances?
I think it is assistances. Here, let me look.
So you have it mapped to a
Uh-huh.
button.
No, it's not
Okay.
assistances then. Flight interface under general and flight interface. You got your choice of landmark markers, city markers, airport markers,
There it
and
is.
show pre-flight pins.
Under general flight interface.
Yeah. About the fourth one down.
Non-markers. There it is. Thank you much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, and when you get a chance, you can actually go in and map it to a button or a keyboard. I actually have like the one set that I want, and I've got those all mapped to one button, so I can turn off everybody's name tags and the POIs and everything with just one button press now.
Oh, right on.
Got it.
Yeah,
It's
right
okay.
on. I don't do the name tags, but I've got like city markers and POI markers and all kinds of other stuff. Just one click, it all goes away. Keeps it clean. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take off and start checking out some of these POIs.
If you're really pro, write it down so you don't forget, because that's what I do.
What button it is?
Yeah.
You know what? I never forget what button it is because I've got it mapped to my trim down. So as I'm trimming down, my markers go on and off. But at least it's something I'll never forget, and it's not that often I'm using the trim button, you know.
Yeah, it's either like the first week or depending on how much I'm using something, like the first week or the first month, I'll sometimes forget about it, what I said, but if it's right there on my, sitting on top of my yoke or whatever, then I have to look. But yeah, keyboard commands are harder to remember than button presses.
Oh, absolutely.
They're a little off on their little dust clouds because you guys are probably 500 feet above the ground, but you're still leaving dust trails.
You could be 5,000 feet above the ground and still leave a dust trail. It's weird. All right,
It's a
first
big
stop,
city.
the beer museum, definitely. Like I said, there's not much there. I mean, you can tell it's something special, but it doesn't look, you know, it just looks like a factory.
There's barely anything there.
Nice, man. See?
Broth that one.
I'm going to go ahead and keep the beer museum on my right as I turn towards the city to check out all the rest of that stuff. There's a botanical garden here. It looks just like a forest. I bet you if you're on the ground, it'd look nice.
I did some research in this city over here. I heard this beer museum is hopping.
Dude.
There you go. Maybe just barley.
Dude. Let's go.
Let's brew up some more.
He going in.
They got a smokestack and all that kind of stuff. It's a nice looking building. I mean, it don't look like anything to do with beer, but that's what they say. They said it looks like a beer factory or something. Or what do they call it? Breweries.
Probably before this microbrew trend happened, because that looks like a bigger operation.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty big. They got a smokestack, crying out loud. Just flying over the university over here. Nice looking. This whole downtown area is nice. Ooh, look at that helipad on top of that building there. And the botanical gardens, like I said, just looks like a forest, but I'm sure there's more to it than that if you're actually here.
Forget what the brewery name was, but when we were in the Black Forest region over the summer-ish time, well, springtime, summer, anyways, we drove right past like one of the local breweries, and it's like, hey, is that one place? Because, you know, when you're in Europe, or at least that region of Germany, Austria, stuff, like, they do a lot more things like local, which is kind of cool. And
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
it's like, sure enough, it was that brewery that, you know, I happened to have a beer like either earlier that day or whatever.
And there was the place.
Yep. It was kind of just cool to randomly drive past it. And it was like kind of down in the bottom of like a small hill valley, so not very far down, but the road was going elevated probably 50 to 100 feet above the property. And it was like, you could kind of see, well, the outside stuff, but you could see all the building and everything and whatever, and it was
Right.
kind of...
Did they give
Just-
tours and stuff, or you didn't stop? They probably do give
We
tours,
didn't,
I guess. Why
yeah,
not?
we didn't stop. I don't know. It wasn't like a big place or anything like super big, so if they did do tours, it was probably talk in advance thing, and I don't know. We didn't look into it.
I'm assuming this
Just
dome
move over a
thing-
racetrack.
Oh, you found a racetrack. They like to race
Yeah.
around here, that's for sure. I think the Japanese are really into motorcycle racing and stuff like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even label it either, but I found it too.
Yeah.
They did a good job on it. Looks good.
There's going to be a big racetrack on the way into our final airport, too. I mean, right on final approach, there's this massive racetrack. This has got to be a sporting place here, wouldn't it? This big dome-looking thing, got to be a stadium. As a matter of
Called
fact,
the Daiwa House Premise Dome? Premise?
yeah. I mean, it just says dome. I mean, it don't look like a dome, but it even has. They got like a soccer field in the back of it here. I bet you there's an indoor soccer field and an outdoor soccer field. That's what it's all about.
More public transportation than here in the States, because I don't see a lot of parking. Just a little bit on that one side, on the west side.
Yeah, they did have a lot of parking around the racetrack. But I
So
think
let's
they-
get back on course here and get ready for our final destination of the evening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the right of the pink line, because that'll help us line up with the runway when we get there, and that will help us also avoid these mountains that we're going to be going over. That way we'll be lined up when we get there. So I'm going to set my heading bug to make sure that I'm just to the right of the pink line.
That's the right side?
Right side indeed.
Great.
Should probably climb up to about 6,000 as well.
I guess I do have some mild news-ish. I think, if I remember correctly, it was Longhorn that had some solar panels, but doesn't matter. I decided to reconfigure my solar panels a little bit. And I had 3 rows where it was 6, 9, 12, and I'm taking the 6 that was in the front with some winter shading, which apparently I neglected to consider. And I somewhat considered it, but not so much for winter. And basically it's just going to be 2 rows, so it'll still be the 12 in the back, but it'll be 15 in front of that. So really wide in the front, and then
So you increased the number of panels you've got?
No,
or
I
you're just
moved them
redistributing them?
yeah, I just moved them around a bit. So I was just getting a lot of afternoon, evening shading because of the roof. Since they're on the ground, the roof was shading them a little bit prematurely, where I'm probably gonna get like another hour out of them during the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I had them in 3 rows and they're all evenly spaced, like almost perfectly, you know, I don't know how close to the minute, but pretty much perfectly. And then the next set of panels was shading the next one, and then so forth. So instead of 3 rows, I'm just going to make it 2, so there's going to be less overlap shading and maybe a little bit of side shading during the morning and a little bit in the evening. Not really much there, but just trying to limit the shading is all.
That helps a lot. We picked up 10 kilowatts per day when the neighbor cut down a big pine tree next to our house.
God, that's
Yeah, dang.
significant.
Wow.
Well, my insurance company threatened to not renew my insurance policy because of the tree, so I complained to my neighbor because it was like 6 feet from my house. It was on there. It's just a vacant lot next door. And like a week later, he sent a crew out and they cut the thing down. And then I
at
looked
least
at
he
my
was
output,
listening.
like, holy crap. Yeah, so I pick up an extra 10 kilowatts now.
Yeah.
Plus
10
firewood.
kilowatts a day. Well, you're on the West Coast too, so that's even more. But even just over here, it would, you know, equate to like, I don't know, you could be looking at like almost $50 a month.
It's like some kind of mining
For
complex
electricity.
up here in the hills. Excavation site of some kind.
Is it a big one or a minor one?
It's a big minor one.
Yeah.
I mean, for just being a big dirt hill, it looks nice. It's got all the tiers and everything, you know.
I'm not gonna cry about it.
Nice. Save your tears.
I'll put in the group play info. It's I don't have everything wire managed, and they're not all in the final positions, but they're basically at least what I kind of did. I'll put a few pictures in so you can kind of see the progress of, because you can't really see behind it all very clearly.
Oh, I almost forgot. When we're on, well, not really final approach, but when we're probably 30 miles or more away from the airport, there is an awesome bridge that we need to go under. We got to, and we'll see it when we get there. It's marked. It's POI.
That's a big lake over there on our left.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It's like it's cool with the ocean just on the other side too.
We're going to be passing over a big lake here pretty soon too. That's clearly a crater. You can see it's it looks like a donut shape where it's at the caldera, and then it's got the little crater on the inside, which is weird because this looks more like an asteroid crater than a volcano crater. Because you know how asteroid craters have that little hump in the middle, a little mound in the center of it, and this looks like it has a little mound in the center of it, forming a little island out in the middle of the lake. You'll see it. If we keep on this heading, we'll be going right over it.
What heading are you on?
I'm currently 235 degrees. Right about the time I get to that little lake, I'm going to turn parallel to the pink line.
About volcanoes, that almost looks like that famous Japan volcano off to our
Fuji?
3 block. Yeah, Fuji. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not quite Fuji. I think Fuji's a lot bigger than that one and a lot more pointy.
It looks very much like the pictures though from you know, just like the perfect volcano cone that you don't really see that often.
Right. It
They
just
instill
it
in your
looks
head
like a
as you're a
volcano.
kid. Yeah, they instill it in your
we're-
head when you're a kid, and then you never see it again.
Or it's like you'll see it on like Gilligan's Island, you know. It just looks like the perfect cartoony volcano. Yeah, we're going to actually be in Tokyo. There's a possibility we're going to make Tokyo next week, but it's probably going to be more like the week after that. But we're going to be getting somewhat close to Tokyo by the time we land tonight.
Well, the pictures that I posted, that's kind of like the 3 rows that I have from a okay angle. Can't really see what's behind it, but essentially 6, 9, and then 12. And then you can see I moved some of the 2 in the front to kind of like a maybe final-ish position, and then I moved the ones that were in the middle row forward, and that's
You got a
the
whole
last
farm
picture.
going on, whole solar farm going on.
Oh,
Beautiful
yeah.
looking yard too, buddy. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Well, it's in shambles because the solar panels kind of ruined where they were sitting at, but it'll be easier to mow around at least, so that will be nice.
I take it you built those brackets yourself and everything. Looks
Yeah,
like
I
you
built
did a
those
good
frames
job.
myself. I wouldn't suggest to use that sort of methodology for a forever installation. But that's good enough for my temporary installation until I end up moving.
Well, that's a very nice setup you got there for sure. Gentlemen, we when we get to Hakodate or Hakodate in Romeo Juliet Charlie Kilo, we're going to be landing runway 12. Count on that, runway 12. It's huge. We got 9,800 feet of asphalt over here. It's pretty much sea level at 81 feet. But we do have a ILS frequency. So get ready to put this into your nav1 radio. We got 109.3, 109.3 on that. And there is a magnetic heading of 118 degrees for that runway. So count on that, 118 degrees. The localizer is at 109.3.
Got it.
Yeah, like I said, one of the things I love about this aircraft is it allows me to use my my radio stack. My radio stack works perfectly, so I'm sitting here and putting my frequencies in right here on my cockpit. Very nice.
I kind of want to mess around a little bit more with this thing. What do you say the radial was? I missed that part. Or just don't remember it.
The frequency is 109.3. 109.3.
Sorry, the direction of the radial.
Oh, I see. The course would be 118 degrees. 118. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This big old lake here with the island in the middle. That looks like a crater. It doesn't look like a volcanic caldera. It looks like a crater. It's probably a caldera, but because everything else around here is volcanic, why wouldn't this be? You know what I mean?
Who was the creator? That's the question.
Well, it depends on what your belief is.
Yes.
I think I'm also at this point I am going to turn to the left a few degrees, lining up parallel with the pink line. Then when we get a little closer to the runway, you can see we're coming down to runway 12. Don't forget that damn CDI switch. I always seem to forget that, but hit that switch, man.
Yep.
But don't hit it twice. Only hit it once.
Localizer 1. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you learn to use the autopilot systems on this plane. Old school stuff. Kind of
Gotta
one.
hit that. Gotta hit that approach button also on this airplane, right?
You want
Yes.
it to lock in, yeah. That's one nice thing about modern aircraft is that the kind of standard of doing things is they're blending in together in a good way. They're all kind of trying to do more so the same thing, rather like the old days is everybody was kind of on their own page. So it's kind of boring that everybody's doing their own thing, but at the same time for like aviation safety, it's great that it's, you know, everything's blending into the best way to do things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I came in on this approach a couple days ago, it was right on the money, man. Perfectly straight.
Should be in the sim almost every time.
Yeah, it should be, but it ain't. I mean, hell, about 2 weeks ago, I had a ILS approach that put me into the ground about 200 yards before the runway. The glide slope was way off by like a half a mile. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember the intervals, and I'm sure it differs based off of the minimums on the ILS procedures and stuff, but they do have to, in the real world, certify these ILS approaches like pretty regularly. Not
That's
like
what I'm
every
saying.
week, but-
It was a Russian airport, so I'm just blaming it on bad equipment.
There you go. But it's kind of crazy, like because our taxpayer money does fund it, and either that or when you take a flight out commercially. But anyways, we do pay it through some form of taxes, and they do have to check these ILS approaches, especially very regularly, and a lot of people don't think about that.
It's just beautiful around here with all the water and the volcanoes in the background. Bunch of ships down here in the donut that don't have a way out.
I see that bridge over there off the our left. That's a pretty nice one too.
It is a nice one. That's the one we're going to be hitting. Did we already go past it? We didn't go past it.
I see it off my left wing.
I think you need a special glass for magnification.
Nice.
I can see it in the distance. It's a little bit.
Oh
probably
yeah, yeah,
on
yeah,
the left.
yeah, definitely. I'm lined right up. I'm going to go under it, and that will be heading straight towards the airport. Perfect. Yeah, it's a big bridge too. That's a doozy.
I'm in suspense.
Just hanging there, eh?
Hang in there.
Pulling from all sides.
You talk about the Hakuchu, or
Cause you're
Hakuchu,
tight.
Hakucho Bridge.
Bless
That's
you.
the one. It's a big one.
Never was very good at Japanese.
I need to go see a doctor for that one. It seemed pretty extreme. I'm sure I'm worse. At least you tried.
Yeah, we're about 38 miles out from Hakodate. So
Yeah, there's a ship.
after we check this out, I'm going to climb back up to about 3,000 feet and get ready for that glide slope.
There's a general cargo ship out here named the Apollo 18.
Ooh, nice. That should have been outside of that spaceport.
If this thing would have been red, I'd say it looks like the Golden Gate Bridge. Same size.
Yeah, it's a big one for sure. I bet you this is spectacular at night when that's all lit up.
Hey, there's even cars driving across it instead of driving through the water.
Nice. They did their work on this one.
Good.
Gotta slow down a little. I am just screaming through here.
I was doing 211 and it was beeping at me pretty ruthlessly.
Yep, you headed in the candy cane stripe.
You bet, and above.
Had Candy Cane make it under that bridge.
Well, let's see it. Did you already go under it, Longhorn?
Yeah. It's easy. Didn't even get my wheels wet.
Yeah, it looks very tall. Yeah, I mean, as far as underneath the bridge is, plenty of room. Yeah, like I said, after this, I'm going to climb up to about 3,000 feet and get back on course for that runway 12.
I guess this is where they say hit the deck.
I got that Apollo 18 over here. You're not going under a wingnut?
Yep, I'm diving.
Looks like to me he's going under it.
Yeah, to me, he just looked like he was really high. Oh yeah, the cars look nice when they're actually on the bridge instead of in the water. Meow. You going about 300 knots, Travis?
No, 180.
I've got a ship over here that's beached. The Steel Sea is just like beached up on the shore.
Yeah, I see the same one. Yeah, it's beached.
Or shore.
Alrighty, swinging way out to line up that runway 12. We still got 30 miles or so, 35.
Oh boy, there's a big old train yard and looks like maybe industrial areas over here past the bridge. Port
Yeah, this is a
stuff.
pretty big town we're coming into also. It's there's all kinds of neat stuff here. We still have a little bit of a ridge to go over. I'm hoping 3,000 is going to be enough. I think it will be. If I remember correctly, it was enough the other day.
Oh, so, yeah, I'm not sure if I talked to you guys after you guys gave me that recommendation about reinstalling 2020 to get your older aircraft from 2020. I did that. It was difficult, but I did do that.
Oh yeah, well it's a big install for one thing, but you got it to work. You got the old Dirty 30 or the old Hercules from Captain Sim.
Yeah, my issue was, you know, my machine isn't brand new, but it's pretty new. And brand new install on Windows 11, clean install on a brand new hard drive, nothing before it. And new driver installs, everything, like I put in all the drivers and everything fresh and so forth, of course, because there's not really any other way, but everything is updated properly. It wouldn't load. It would do the install and the update, but once it was done with that, it wouldn't load the sim. It
That was 2020 it was having trouble with?
Yeah, it wouldn't get to the menu.
Weird. You ever
But,
figure out what was wrong there?
Oh, I play with drivers a lot. It seemed like it was kind of driver related because when I looked at the error code, ChatGPT said, "Oh yeah, this is definitely, you know, DLSS, you know, kind of driver-related code."
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, I did a clean install and it worked once, but not the next time. And then I did another clean install of a different driver version, and then it works more than once, but I think, I don't know. I haven't been using it a lot, but I was able to download my stuff, so that was the most important bit.
Right, that was the whole reason why you wanted to in the first place. Well, you said you had a friend that wanted to play 2022.
Yeah, And so I'm not sure because I went to a different driver recently. I was having some other issues with Adobe Premiere, which I don't know if
Bro,
that was
me
driver
too.
related or not.
Absolutely, me too. That's why I switched editing programs. I couldn't get my Adobe to work at all. It worked great in Windows 10, Windows 11. It just absolutely refused to work. Just no
Both?
way. I tried everything they suggested. It didn't work. Finally, I gave up. I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to get a different editing software. This sucks.
Both for me. One, I don't want to pay them their outrageous costs anymore, but I was gonna just get it for 1 month and just deal with it because I was just used to it and it wasn't worth the hassle. But mine was, it seemed like it was following on the same script, but at the same time was in Windows 10 where I had it installed before and didn't uninstall it or anything. It used to work and then now it doesn't work. But I wasn't using Adobe Premiere 2025. I was using, like, last time I used it in 2020 or probably early 2024 or something like that, and it worked fine then.
Right. So what? The only way to make it work is to buy the new version? That sucks.
No, that's the only way to make it not work.
Oh.
Like, the new thing isn't working.
Oh, okay.
I didn't try the
'Cause
old one yet.
I'm not on the newest version of it. I'm on like 23, something like that. I bought the new one a couple years ago,
But,
and it just
well,
refused to. It wouldn't do anything. It don't. It gives me a weird error message. I assumed it had something to do with it trying to, you know, like a copy protection thing, where it's trying to validate my ownership of it, and it just wasn't. Like I said, I got so pissed off because I got to edit, man. That's what I do. I got to edit, and it was just killing me. It was absolutely killing me. Finally, I just threw my hands up, said, screw it. I'm going to buy something else, man. I'm just going to get something else. This sucks.
Well, unfortunately, fully consciously, all my stuff is 100% like legit, everything and otherwise, and still having non-functional issues and stuff, and not still, like, the whole, like, the beginning it worked fine, stopped my subscription, reactivated my subscription when I wanted to use it again, not working anymore.
Right, I wasn't even doing the subscription model. I just bought it. Of course, I'm probably using a different one than you were. I was doing the Premiere Pro, so I just bought it. It's like $100, and then I own it, and I don't have to keep paying them monthly, you know.
Yeah.
But if it don't work, well, screw that. It's not even worth $100 if it don't work.
Oh, now they're charging like $40 a month for the whole suite. I was fucking flabbergasted. Excuse my language, flabbergasted about that. But I mean, I get it if you're doing it for like professional level stuff. I suppose it would still probably be worth it, but they know I'm using a student account and I'm not using it for professional level stuff. So.
Looks like 3,000 feet is going to be just barely over these hills here. I'm 25 miles out. I should technically already be picking up that the localizer, but I don't have my nav sound turned up, so I'm not going to hear the Morse code. I'm not lined up with it anyway, so I don't care if I hear it or not. I need to get lined up first.
Is it behind the hills or in front of the hills?
Me? Where I'm at?
No, the runway.
Oh, it's on the other side of the hills, on the coast. You don't even see the coast from here, but there's another coast on the other side of them hills.
Okay, yeah. So that's all line of sight. In theory, you shouldn't be able to pick it up very easily. You might get some noise and be able to pick it up barely, but
Right.
like the Morse code. But
I mean, it does come out in a bit of a cone, but it might not be hitting us this far away.
well, it's just
All I
line
know
of
is
sight.
I'm close enough to pick it up.
The radio is line of sight. So if they, I can't remember if they have it implemented on this version or not. I think they do. I'm just saying that if it's behind the hills, don't be surprised if it doesn't come in. Put it that way.
Yeah, so we need to get on the other side of those hills, basically, and then turn to the left a little. This aircraft also isn't very loud, is it? We were talking about before how other aircraft ain't loud. This one's certainly not loud.
It helps that the engines are on the wings a lot. Then the any insulation or whatever that they do in the airplane as well.
I imagine the wings full of fuel too kind of dampen it from rattling, you know.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, every time I've taken the headset off in an early airplane, but this is, I don't know if I've done it in the twin. Really haven't, like in the air anyways. It's just so not enjoyable. Like, really not enjoyable.
Like what part of it?
Just the noise, the high,
Oh,
I guess decibel, the noise from all the air from the propeller in front of you and the engine or whatever hitting the airframe. It's just really loud. Like, if you ever fly in an airplane that is like a single engine up front or whatever, I don't know exactly what the parameters are on the sound stuff, but let's just say that you're going to be better off having a headset with you than not. Because I wouldn't want to sit in an airplane like that for more than 30 minutes.
yeah, certainly you have to have some headphones, or at least just ear muffs.
Same thing being around fighter jets. I went on a small little trip and visited our local Air Force base over here that turned into a Space Force base, and they were doing a practice with some F-15s and F-16s doing
Cool.
some over water, like practice combat
Real
stuff, and I was like, I don't need earplugs, I'll be fine. Yeah, about after a minute of that, I was wrong.
Cool. Yeah, those are louder than you'd think, man.
Yeah, it's just that high pitched, high decibel ear ringing, and it's not good for you either. It's like being at a rock concert for an hour and 1 minute. That's probably what the equivalent is. It's pretty terrible.
Yeah, I've been to some loud concerts, man.
Yeah, condense that to 1 minute to 1 hour, and that's about where you get there. Like for the first minute, it's okay. Second minute's like, eh. Third minute's like, yeah, I need something. I'm done.
Well, it's like when you feel it in your chest and everything, you know what I'm saying? You feel it from head to toe. It's not just your ears. It's like, yeah, this is really probably doing some damage here.
Yeah, you could kind of feel it was doing some damage, and it wasn't so much in the chest. It was more so the piercing, high pitch. I don't know, the high frequency, high pitch that was just like. Honestly, I wasn't quite expecting it to be as much of a problem because I've been around jets and stuff and jet airplanes, but not necessarily as close as we were, and not for as long of a time, because you know sometimes they have those planes sitting there for 15 minutes, you know, on their startup procedures and stuff and whatnot, and I don't remember any time that I hung out on anywhere for 15 minutes that a jet plane was just sitting there without moving, doing like startup procedures. So yeah, I mean, and then there's multiple, so it's probably longer than that. But
Still cool to
they
be
got
there.
old quick. Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was a fun time.
Well, probably another 5 miles or so. I'm going to be turning to the left here to line up runway 12. And we'll be doing that ILS approach.
Honestly, I wish they did that stuff more often, because at the end of the runway, there's a beach there, and it's really fun to go there. Sometimes if you hit it right, you can catch a handful of airplanes landing, and you know when they're going over the beach, they're still only like 200 or 300 feet above you.
Right.
And
You ever
you know,
been
feels
near
really
like
close.
Pensacola in that area when the Blue Angels are doing stuff?
Not yet. Is there a secret beach over there?
Well, I know my dad used to live in Gulf Shores, which is in Pensacola, and he said every once in a while you'd see him buzzing the golf course. They'd fly right over at treetop level and it'd just scare the shit out of everybody trying to golf. And I love it. That's awesome.
Kind of reminds me of, I guess, benefits of living in certain places. And one of the benefits of living over here on the East Coast is watching the rocket launches from your house. And
Oh yeah.
you know that.
Oh, I'm
Blue
jealous of
Origin,
that.
the
That would be so cool.
Jeff Bezos one. I watched that the other day, and that was pretty cool to watch because
I
that
bet.
is a bigger rocket, and you can see, like, it's not quite as big as I don't think it's quite as big as Elon's new one, the Starship and stuff, but it's still a bigger rocket and white, and like he can noticeably tell it's bigger than the normal, you know, SpaceX Falcon 9 rockets that we normally see launching off every week here. And
Yeah, that's cool. I'm jealous of that. I would love to see a space launch.
Pretty neat.
yeah, get to. Unfortunately, living here just kind of like everyday business. Nowadays, it's get to watch them all the time, but I still go out and watch them. Not everyone, but I watch them kind of frequently and enjoy them all. That's pretty cool.
Well, I'm getting ready to turn to the left here and then activate my approach hold, and we'll see what happens. I'm about 21 miles out, so I'm just outside of the glide slope, and that's good. That's what I want. I see that there's like a jetliner landing the opposite direction that we're landing, so whatever. There's also other airplanes landing the direction we are landing, so whatever. What are they doing at the ATC up here, man? Did they get
Well,
laid
that's
off too?
Same thing they were doing to me.
Okay, I think I'm close enough to
Yeah, I
line
had
up with
a-
this. I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah, Ben still favor 3-0.
ATC ran into a runtime error. They crashed.
That's not fun. Okay, fully locked onto the ILS localizer. I have the glide slope indicator on my HUD. Very cool. Well, not a HUD, but on my avionics panel. I am looking good. Everything is coming in great here. Good deal. Simple as that. Now you just sit back and watch the show. See if I can climb out on the windshield there and wipe all those bugs off. I got lots of bugs now, man.
Got quite the collection myself.
Get the runway in sight. Or at least I can see where the airport is. Yeah, keep your eyes open. When we're a couple miles away from the airport itself, there's a huge racetrack. Actually, you don't even need to keep your eyes open. You can't miss it. It's massive. It's one of those. It's like an entire complex. You can see there's a number of tracks. $14 out.
Yeah, maybe look after we land Longhorn, but what got me reminded about my panels and stuff after your tree story was if you look at the last picture that I posted later, the tree in the top right of the picture of the background is like, pretty sure it's an oak tree. And it's, I don't know if it was trimmed in the past or whatever, but it is just all kinds of messed up, hanging over only on one side, like to the right. And I might go talk to my neighbor about it next time I see them, because it does not look safe for them.
Yeah, I've got a what they call it a live oak in my backyard, and the thing is like 60 feet tall, but it's on the west kind of the west side of my house, I guess. And my panels are on like the south side, so it doesn't affect my panels at all. It's just that pine tree was like 50 feet, and I didn't realize how much, because it was literally like 8 feet from my property line and like probably 12 feet from the house. And every time and it was like just looking at the sunshine on that, there's like this massive shadow going across my panels like every day or all day long.
Yeah.
Cut that thing down, it's like, hey, that cut a lot of it.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed
Yeah, that
just
whole
like
theory-
the only solar panel that I have that I've ever messed with are the ones on my RV, and just going up there, like, you know, I noticed that my first little trip this summer, they were working, the panels were working just fine, but the numbers weren't like what they used to be. Well, I went up on the roof there and scrubbed them down, took a soapy water and cleaned them all up really good, and oh my God, that made a huge difference. Huge. Keep them clean.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, our
some
last
argument about that actually, but yeah.
Yeah, our last 2 trips to the coast, I didn't need to fire up the generator at all. Well, actually, no, I take it back. I did on one of the trips because we had like 2 days of like fog and rain.
You're right. Well,
But,
you probably use a lot more electricity than I ever do. You got a whole family.
No, just my wife and I.
Oh yeah,
2 of
I
us.
had kids that went
And the
with
dog.
it. Oh, just
Oh,
the
no,
dogs.
no, my daughter's 28 and she quit camping with us when she was like 14 because I'm too big for that stuff.
It just wasn't her
I
thing.
bet she got Trisket and Booger.
Sugar.
Sugar.
Oh, sugar.
Those dogs sitting on the Xbox all day, man, they use a lot of electricity.
No, but we do. We like record all of our series and stuff. And we'll watch those at night when we check in for the night. So
Oh,
we'll
that's
watch
good
like
for
3 or
you.
4 hours of TV every night.
Right, that
My-
way you
my
don't need to
refrigerator-
use your bandwidth.
Yeah, my refrigerator's a 12-volt refrigerator now, so. But it worked great. I mean, the solar worked out. I didn't have to start up the generator at all the last trip.
That's very nice. I like my, I just use my propane refrigerator. My God, that works so good. It's just, I'm amazed at how little propane it uses. I mean, it could just go forever on one tank.
Well, it's just the equivalent to a pilot light in that thing that.
Yeah,
to heat
yeah,
that
they
burner
ain't using
tube up.
much. Yeah, it's just, you know, before I actually used it, that's always in your mind. It's like, oh, this would be a pain if about once a month I have to go get it refilled. But it's like, nah, man, I can go 2 years without having to worry about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I liked it when I had one in mine, but it was so finicky. The thing took forever to cool off, and then but once it got cold, the thing was like an ice box. It was just
Right.
freezing cold.
Well, as long as I
But,
turn
when
it on a day ahead of time, it's fine, you know.
Well, yeah, you have to do that. The one I got now, within like 90 minutes, the thing is like as cold
Right.
as you need it.
Or what
Um,
I'll often do too is, like, on the way to the campground, I'll have it on and I'll put like a couple bags of ice in there. By the time I get to the campground, it's cool. Hey, we're about to go over that that big old
That's good.
racetrack. Trappist is almost over it right now. Check that out, man. It's huge.
Did I pass it? Sorry.
It's pretty flat, though. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be that flat. Usually a big oval like that would have some banks, but maybe that's something else. And there's a number of tracks here. Like I said, it's a whole complex.
I just got passed by an AI, a live AI traffic.
They're on a schedule,
18.
man. They're in a hurry.
Yeah, he came like right over the top of me, and he's on his way into that airport. Must be going too slow for him. He's gonna catch you guys. It's a NTH 2890.
Yeah, unfortunately, this track just kind of looks like a big sticker that they put on the ground. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's actually modeled.
It's just probably
So
part of the
it might have
photogrammetry then.
banked. It might have banked walls, but it's hard to tell. It looks pretty flat. But it looks way too big to be like a track and field kind of track. Maybe it's a horse track.
Hey,
Because it does look like dirt. Nay. Nice. Anyway, coming right in. This is smooth as silk. 2 red, 2 white. Everything's looking good.
Oh, they have a huge beach here.
Oh yeah, the whole coast is one big old beach.
I'm trying to
Really?
let you get in front of you, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So, just go ahead.
Clear to the left.
There's like a big, looks like a ferry that's just like parked diagonally across like a wharf or a dock.
That was a nice smooth landing, mister.
Thank you.
Bob getting that bird down nice and smooth too. Y'all looking good over here. Yeah, I never did see that liner you were talking about, or that plane. Well, I don't know. Why don't we just pull up in the grass over here?
I know where to go clearly.
It's probably the one place that they don't want us to park.
Come out and say somebody's gonna go mow that in 15 minutes. What are you doing? So you guys are the grass holes.
That's funny. Well, gentlemen, we made it all the way to Hakodate. Saw some neat stuff tonight too. There were some neat POIs we took care of. So of course next week we're going to be taking off out of here. We're heading south. Like I said, there's a good chance next week we're going to make it all the way to Tokyo. If not, we'll for certainly do it the week after that. We're going to be in the same aircraft next week. I really like this Diamond, so let's do that.
Is the diamond related to the carbon cub?
I don't know. Are they the same company?
Yeah.
Oh God, I
He
walked
didn't-
right
he
into
didn't get
that
it.
one, didn't I? Jesus Christ! I just did the chemical analysis of that joke.
Well, that airplane did land. He's taxiing down the taxiway right now. So I'm surprised you guys didn't see him.
No, no, I usually do. This time I didn't see anything. I saw some airplanes on the map doing what they're doing, but I didn't see him.
Yeah, he's in an ATR. It says AT430. And so I don't know what that correlates to as far as what kind of ATR it is.
I think
But,
I have
yeah.
the
You're 42 on the taxiway here on Alpha.
I think I have the live traffic turned off on mine.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, you wouldn't see it if you did then. Yeah, he just came in from RJEO.
That's definitely somewhere in Japan.
Laser, what do you think this propeller tastes like? Oh.
Probably don't taste very good.
Man, this wingnut guy doesn't clean his planes. Look at this wing; it's all dirty and everything.
That is cool watching him taxi in. He's going right up to the terminal.
Did you say it was ADO 128?
No, it's oh, I can't see it now. What is it? No, NTH 2890.
No,
He's right behind me. He's like right behind me, like pulling to the terminal behind us.
Nope, you would think I'd see him. Usually we do, but I don't see that guy.
Rustfall. Oh, never mind.
Man, my wings are dirty. Engine cowlings, they're nasty.
I know. When was the last time you gave this thing a bath?
My sim just crashed.
Uh-oh. Bye.
Really?
Yeah, just crashed right out to the desktop.
You know, mine
That's
did that
funny for now.
2 days ago. I landed, I taxied to the airport, and just before I could shut my plane down, the whole computer just like kicked me out.
Yeah, weird.
Like, what the heck? At least I was on the ground.
Yeah, it kicked me
Mine's
right back
clear.
out to Steam. Well, that's no matter. Yeah, that's pretty unheard of for me. I don't usually have crashed the desktop with my sim.
You probably can't say it big enough, but my plane has bugs all over it too. I thought I was special. Here I am, not even taking care of my own household duties.
Now that's really cool. Where that plane landed, there's a bus and a whole lot of people walking out of that bus
Really?
to the plane. Yeah, I've never
Really?
seen that before.
No,
Yep.
me neither. That is cool. I would love to see that. That's impressive.
I don't know if you can. Well, I don't know if you're back in it, but if you can see where I'm at, I have a bus over here, and it just like a steady swarm of people come walking out of the bus and walk straight to the plane, and got on the plane. I have never seen that before. Oh wait.
Some people
Yeah,
call
this
that
isn't
modern.
your standard bus either, because I mean this one actually has it's like a subway where it's got the bars and the little straps to hold on to and a whole bunch of seats in it, and all the doors are open right now.
I'm not seeing any of that.
Is this a model airport? I mean, that's the only reason I can think of that does it, because
No.
I have never seen that before.
No,
No,
I
it's
have
not a
the full
bespoke.
shebang package, and I don't have anything really special here.
Wow, yeah, and they have like a cargo or food truck or something parked underneath the wing. The sucky thing is there's an Airbus parked in the same spot, so this plane actually is like double parked on top of it. But they're obviously going to this ATR because it came in, it stopped, and a whole bunch of people just got on. Wonder if I can see them inside. I don't see anybody in the window, so they all like disappeared when they got to the plane.
I hate when that happens.
That is like too cool. I've never seen that before. I've never seen.
No, me neither. I'd love to see that.
I mean, it's just like I know I've heard of you see it during like career mode, like if you're flying a jumbo jet or something with passengers, that you'll see it then. And
Well,
that's
it's
kind of
for you, yeah. But
Yeah,
for
you would,
another
if
aircraft. Well, you know, though, I've never actually followed an airplane after it landed to see what happens, you know? I usually just see the airplanes leaving, and that's about it.
Yeah, well, normally what I see is the planes will taxi up to like a terminal, and then they'll disappear. This
That
one,
is
I mean,
really something.
the plane is still here, the bus is still here.
Well, the
This
thing
is
that
like
impresses me is, like, even people, you said. People came out of the bus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Let me see if I can get a picture of the bus before it disappears and leaves, because it's not one of the regular generic buses you see cruising around in here. Let me get a picture of this.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for the new update to come out. There's supposed to be performance increases, but
They got a date on that yet?
they don't have a date, but they said today that they released the final pre-release beta build.
Okay.
So
they're kind of sounds like they're planning on it being kind of soon.
yeah, I would suggest in the next couple weeks. But I don't know. Don't hold my word on that one. Yeah, another update. It's been fantastically good weather here in Florida for the past week or two. For the most part.
Been nice, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Last week we had a day where we had 11 inches of snow in one day. It absolutely freaking poured all day, all night. 2 days later, it was all gone.
No, that's not bad.
No, I mean, it's about time that we get some snow. You know, usually we don't get that much dumped on us all at once, but we're getting pretty close to winter. It's going to be happening.
Yeah. Yeah, today we're cooking at a hot 76 degrees in the high, and handful of days ago it got down to 60-ish as a high, so just kind of like a cold front push coming through, and it's kind of about right. Maybe I wouldn't say early, but maybe slightly earlier one, and yeah, great. I'm glad to see that the temperatures are cooling off down here, and ever since it warmed up just a little bit from that, everything's gonna be great. The whole forecast for the next week is looking really good, and highs are not too hot. Might not have to run the air conditioner all week.
Yeah, I think we're going 50s is going to be the high around here in the next week. I don't think it's going to be quite cold enough to snow, though. Maybe next weekend.
Well, that's still pretty good. Ideal. Or at least having a deal with it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, honestly, I don't really mind snow all that much. I'm a good old Michigan boy. I like snow at first. By February, I've had enough of it. But, yeah, you know, some snow during the holidays, I'm ready. I like it. It'd be nice to have some snow for Thanksgiving and all that, you know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be in Oostenrijk for a month and a half, and or about a month and a half, and I'm going to figure out if I like it or not, because I've been in snow plenty of times. By plenty as in mostly as a kid, and at least where I haven't had to directly deal with it. And I may be exposed to it a little bit longer this year.
Yeah, there's
So we'll
definitely gonna
see.
be some snow there.
I think my brain is going to be making some sort of determination this year of if I like it or if I don't.
All right. Hey, I didn't notice, but our buddy Captain Hopper stopped in and left us a little airplane icon in the chat. Thanks for that, Captain Hopper. And happy birthday. It was his birthday today, I believe. So yeah, Captain Hopper, birthday. Keep doing them.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Some of you guys might know Captain Hopper from my Star Wars Day videos. In those, he is Captain Skyhopper, the Force Ghost that doesn't realize he's a Force Ghost.
I just put those couple pictures of that bus and the ATR. It's hard to see the ATR because it's like literally merged with an Airbus.
Oh yeah, it is.
Check out the bus though. I hadn't seen a bus like that. Normally it's just like a generic bus that really doesn't have any features inside.
Oh yeah, it almost looks like a building. It's so low to the ground. Wow, that is not your regular normal bus. That had people in it?
Yeah, they were like morphing out of it and walking across the tarmac to the airplane. There's like just a long line of people just walking to the airplane.
Well, I never even thought that was possible. That's awesome, man. I'd love to see that. That's a fancy looking
even-
bus.
They don't even have those nice buses in Munich.
Well, gentlemen, we tore it up tonight and had a good old time flying around Japan. I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down now. Thanks everybody who watched and everybody who showed up. I appreciate it. And we were going to be taking off out of this airport again next week. Like I said, there's a good chance we're going to make it all the way to Tokyo. If we don't make it all the way to Tokyo, we will for sure be close enough to see Mount Fuji, because that's pretty big and pointy. It's hard to miss that. So yeah, count on doing that next week, and we'll be right back here next Friday. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye now.